Hi, my name is Fatima Ringim. I am the founder of Paint and Sip Studios by FR, and I am offloading with HoBeei. I was nominated for the category of creativity and art for the Under 30 CEO, and surprisingly I won on the day the studio turned 1. What inspired my business? It's quite a long journey. I've been an artsy person since I was young, and everyone that knows me knows I paint and draw. There are a lot of people that don't know the owner of the studio is actually an artist, but I am a professional artist, self-taught though. And I started doing the paint and sip from home, like literally I had a 9 to 5 and I'll do it on weekends. I did that for like 3 years until I felt the need to just get my own space. And I quit my job. Prior to opening the studio, I was working at a private company. It's a huge private company. I do not want to mention the name. But then I just felt I needed to open the studio. It was very, very hard for me to quit my job and open the studio because I didn't know what to expect. Would I have people working? Would I make back my salary? Would I be able to pay rent? Would I be able to pay staff? But then here I am, a year and counting, and it's been really, really amazing. I can't lie, it's been the best decision I made. The hardest, but the best I've ever made. So major challenges I face with this whole thing is having a business is, for me, I import my canvases, I import paints, I import brushes, and it's been so crazy because the last time I had to clear my stuff, I couldn't sleep at night, for days actually, because it was ridiculous. And then I keep wondering, why can't we do it here? Why don't we have canvases here? Literally, even the canvas, they don't make it here in Nigeria. Even if you're importing the fabric, you have to bring it here before you stretch it. So like, it's just crazy. Quality of paint, obviously there's paint here, but it's not acrylic. There's no company that makes acrylic paint here, and we majorly use acrylic. So I have to import everything and then clear it here. And they charge you when we don't manufacture any of these things here, but you have to pay a whole lot of money. So that's a huge challenge. And light has been a problem. Like light, diesel, it's so crazy. The queues, the whole of like 2022, it was crazy, honestly speaking. So those things really affect your business because people come here to unwind, right? You're painting, you don't want to be hot and sweating and painting. You want to be like very cool and cozy and stuff. And it's been very crazy because the light challenges and diesel is just not it for us here. So that's it. So how I practice sustainability is, first of all, with the studio existing, I make sure my rent is on the side. I make sure everything is on the side. Aside that, I just live my life because there's no point. I mean, obviously, I have my bills to pay and I make sure that is sorted out, but I actually just do whatever I want. I get myself whatever I want. I eat whatever I want. I do whatever I want to do because, I mean, I worked hard for it, so why not? So how I cope is, first of all, I cry it out, and once I'm done crying, I'm good. I'm like, everything is better. I just eat whatever I want and I move on. A few things people don't know about me. Majorly, I'm an amazing cook. I love to cook. Everybody enjoys my cooking, so people outside don't really know. I don't look like I can cook. I sew my own clothes. I can sew, I can knit, I can obviously paint, draw, like a lot of handy stuff I'm really good at. So that's it. This is my design. So I'm currently learning embroidery. It's like art type of embroidery where you create art with thread and needle actually. So that's what I'm working on right now. So if I could go back in time and advise my younger self, I'll tell her to study art, like back to back, just study art. Don't think about anything like, because when I was younger, I thought, oh, it's very unserious for me to study art. My friends are studying law, medicine and stuff, and I want to study art, and it just didn't seem like it was something. But now people are studying photography, people are studying whatever they want to study, and they're making good money out of it. So yeah, I'll go back and tell myself to study art. Okay, something I wish I could do better would be being able to wake up on time, early rather, sleep on time, get my stuff done, spend a lot of time in the studio, because like my goal was to spend every day at the studio, but you know, life happens and some days you just don't feel like it. So I just wish I could actually just face everything and like do what I need to do and be up early every day. A misconception about what I do is basically how people think paint and sip is just a luxurious thing to do, right? I mean, you go out and you spend 20k, how much, on food, and you just eat it and that's the end, right? But when you come here, it's a different situation. You paint, you experience it, you have something to go home with, and it's not really expensive. It's not something that you have to be rich to do. It's something that you need to treat yourself, and it's something that you can do whenever you want to do it. So the misconception is that it's like it's luxury. It's something that you have to do because you have the money, but no, it's not really expensive, and it's just you having fun and treating yourself. So yeah, it's for everybody. A life philosophy I live by is be kind to yourself, because I feel like kindness is like a major thing we all should be to ourselves, because if we're not kind to ourselves, then how are we kind to people? And then if you're kind to yourself, you're going to be kind to people, and when you're kind to people, you just get nothing back except kindness. And like it just flows. It's like a ripple effect. You're kind to somebody, the person feels like this person was kind to him, so they'll be kind to other people. And I think kindness will take you a long way. It's taken me a long way, honestly. So I would always live by that. So how do I declutter physically? Every once in a while, I hate seeing my wardrobe upside down. So every once in a while, I take everything out. I look at something and I see how long have I worn it for, have I not worn it. If it's been a while, I just take it out. Like I just take it out. That's how I do, because I'm always doing new clothes. So I always want to like take out old clothes and just give it out. That's how I declutter physically. And then mentally, I'm a talker. Like I talk about things. If I have something that is bugging me, if I have a lot on my mind, I need my friends or my mom or my sister, somebody, and I just offload. That's how I do it, and it works well for me. But an opinion I hold, which is different from what other people believe, is that feminism comes in different forms. And I think everybody needs to read more about it and actually look into like the early stages of feminism, how it started and majorly why it started, so that we don't go looking for things that aren't there and like focus on the main thing, which is women's rights. I believe a woman who is subservient to her husband, you don't have to see somebody who does that and is happy doing that and just label her pick me and say she's not a feminist, because we all have our struggles and we all have things we believe in. This man might have been everything in her life, and like she just feels like this is what she wants to do to please this man. Aside that, she probably runs the home, takes care of the kids, owns her own store, her business, runs a school and does stuff like that, or school. It could be an all-girls school and she's like teaching girls to love themselves and stuff like that. So let's not just sit down and conclude that, oh, she's this, she's that. So please, let's study into it a little further and understand what it means and focus on the main goal, which is giving women their rights. So advice I would have for somebody who wants to start paint and sip business is you start small. If you imagine you have to start big, it's crazy. I started with 10 easels. Like that's how I started actually. And like eventually, and you have to be really, really kind to your customers, because that is what will take you far. Like I started basically posting for weeks and like having only 6 people register, and then you're so good with them, and then they're telling their aunts, and then their aunts are throwing a birthday party for their kids and they want you to come over. Like that's how it starts. Before you know it, you're growing big, but like just start small, because it's an investment you don't want to lose on. So like start small, see how it goes, and then you keep like improving and getting more stuff. Like things will fall in place if you start small, but don't just go all in, because you'll be expecting so much because you put so much into it, and it doesn't really happen like that, but it would happen that way eventually. But just take it slow. That's it. Since I'm offloading with HoBeei, I'd like to give away a free session for a person and 2 of their friends, and also this is called paint by number. I'll just give a very short explanation about how it works. So it's basically like a painting puzzle. This is it. It's numbered everywhere, and then these are the colors. The colors are numbered too. And what you do is just take one color and search if this is 12, search where it's 12, and you paint 12, and you keep doing it. It's very therapeutic and it's fun, and in the end you have yourself a work of art. So have fun with it, and good luck to the winners. Hi guys, my name is Fatima Ringim, and I just offloaded with HoBeei.